Okay, so I'm up having my coffee, my coffee, and I'm drinking too much coffee. I want to cut back down again. I had cut it out totally, and now it's just back. I hate coffee, but yeah, sometimes you just need some coffee. But anyway, so the Daily Mail. I find that I'm on the Daily Mail almost daily every day. Daily Mail. Here's one we faked earlier. Portrait of late Queen Elizabeth II with her grandchildren and great-grandchildren and taken by Kate Middleton was also badly photoshopped. Picture agency labels image digitally enhanced at source. This is by Matt Strudwick for the Daily Mail. It says here, a photo of the late Queen Elizabeth II and her grandchildren and great-grandchildren was also manipulated, a picture agency has revealed. It says here, the portrait taken at Balmoral in August 2022 shows the late monarch posing with 8 of her 12 grandchildren and was taken just weeks before her death by Kate Middleton. I remember that photo. Do you remember the photo? And I remember at the time of the photo that when the photo was released, um, it was a very heavy period, very heavy negative press period for Harry and Meghan in particular. And at the time, some of us felt that it was a sort of like a slap to, not so much as a slap, but more of a diss to Harry and Meghan with the marked exclusion of their children's, certainly of Archie, who was born at the time. I'm not sure if Lily is what, 2, where 2024, Lily might have been a little baby, and they could have been forgiven for not putting Lily because they haven't seen very much of Lily. But they had seen Archie, and there were pictures available of Archie. And so this just seemed so intentional, this picture. It was an intentional dig at Meghan. And I wish I could find my own video that I did about it, because I'm sure I did a video about it. But at the time, it seemed like a dig to say, these are the Queen's grandchildren, not those things that you birthed, you thing over in Montecito. And at the time, I felt that Kate was in her top mean girl form, where she was just, imitating Meghan in a way that was not flattering, wearing Meghan the types of shoes Meghan, the colors, everything. It was just like, wow, bullying. It just seemed bullying and not like a friend who appreciated the style of another friend and so borrowed some ideas. It was more kind of like, I'm trampling all over you, biatch, kind of thing. And then she put out this photo of the Queen and the Queen's grandchildren. And I, at the time, maybe even was a bit judgmental in my mind towards the Queen. Like, how do you sit there and you okay this photograph at this time, in this context, completely ignoring Archie, right? It just seemed like this picture was speech. It was saying something. It was speaking directly to someone. And come to find out that this is Photoshopped. So it really was intentional, because even the little boy, Louis, they're saying that his face was superimposed. So if it's an excuse that, oh, well, Archie was not in England, if you're going to superimpose your son's face, you could easily have superimposed. Louis appears superimposed, right? See that? You could have superimposed Archie. So it seems to me that Kate specifically took this picture to dig at Meghan and to send a message and to gain more applause from her fans who, with her permission and with the permission of the royal family, aka their silence, their failure to intervene, to ask people to stop bullying Meghan, to speak with the royal rota about the angle in which they were covering the Sussexes, to do anything that they're doing now to try to get people to leave Kate alone with her issues. They did absolutely nothing, right? And to me, this picture was one of the crowning glories, the cherry on top of the cake of bullying Harry and Meghan and sending them the very clear message, which was met by applause from their fans, that the Sussexes' children were not a part of the British monarchy, right? And if they are part, they certainly are a lesser part, right? They're not the main action. That's sort of how I saw this photo. And so learning that she in fact amalgamated this photo and collaged this photo in part makes it seem even more intentional, right? It seems more intentional that she really wanted to sock it to Meghan, right? And if that is true, because I don't really know that it's true, this is just my perception, just my opinion, then that's probably why she got in trouble with this second photo, because it was done in bad faith. It was done to hurt someone who did not deserve what she was doing. And so, yeah, I don't know if you call it karma, but we are punished right here on earth, I think, for the things that we do that are not right. But anyway, I can't find the video going back, because it seems to me that it was about a year ago that she did that photo, right? Well, no, it had to be more than a year because the Queen was in the photo. So we're going back 2 years, so we're looking more at 2022. But anyway, I do remember there was so much going on, for the past several years, that the idea that, you know, the idea that Catherine had doctored those pictures to include, um, or to exclude, I should say, the children of Harry and Meghan was it seemed very, very intentional. And now that that photo has come back to haunt her and to further embarrass her, I think it's poetic justice, because even though you hope she's fine and so on, you also can't really forget what she did and how she participated in bullying Meghan. She's a woman, for God's sake. You're a girl. You shouldn't treat another girl like that. Another girl comes into to this very complicated situation. You open your arms, you show her the ropes, right? You go out for tea, you let people know that she's welcome, that they can welcome her, because many people in Britain, I believe, of her ilk, looked to Catherine for clues as to, are we going to let her in? Are we going to accept her? That's how they do. That's how they are, right? It's a very cliquish, women are very cliquish, and men too. And so they looked to the Catherine and to the royal family, and they saw that no, Meghan was out. And so they went to town and nobody tried to stop them. And then Catherine did all these underhanded things, including that picture, right? Including that picture. And now it comes back to bite her in the tush. You know what I mean? It bites her in the tush. They're being exposed. The family is being exposed. And this is just the start. Oh my gosh. This is just the beginning of, I mean, this article is in the Daily Mail. Look at this. We're talking about the Daily Mail. Look at the title on this. This is not a friend. Here's one we faked earlier. Portrait of late Queen Elizabeth II with her grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and taken by Kate Middleton, was also badly photoshopped. Picture agency labels image digitally enhanced. So for all we know, Queen Elizabeth was never even in the room with her grandchildren. She could have been fully superimposed for all we know. How do we know she wasn't? And this was intentional to make Harry and Meghan feel left out and canceled and, ostracized. This is bullying, excluded bullying, 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 bullying. The truth is coming out, and it's just amazing to watch.